Hi there, Lloyd Machedo, speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding. All right, in today's updates, I have a breaking news that I want to share with you. It's pretty shocking. Apart from that, I have major news that is UAE based, a scandalous expose from one of the employees working for $1 billion company. I also have stuff that, fans and followers have sent me. And finally, a couple of questions that people have asked. I thought I'd make a video on this. As usual, remember the timestamp is put down below. So if you're searching for a particular topic, go to that timestamp. It's put in the description. And stop bitching about, how long the video is. Just choose which part of the bloody video you want to see. And you can watch it later if that is a criteria for you to watch the whole video. Anyway, let's move on. First, the breaking news. And the breaking news that I want to share with you is, now, I'm not too sure whether this is real or whether this is fake, whether this is just a rumor. I came to know about this after a message on one of my videos where one of the viewers happened to send me, Loy, how come you didn't mention about this particular news? So only after I got that message, I was like, oh, that's pretty shocking. I Google searched. Well, the title is Princess Haya, that is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid's wife, has run away to Germany. Now, like I told you, I'm not too sure whether this is real or whether this is fake, whether it's a rumor, whether it's reality. Now, the only way to prove whether it's real or fake is when we come to see where is Princess Haya. For example, if she appears in Dubai with Sheikh Mohammed, then we know that, okay, it was a false, this is a false rumor. If in case she remains underground, nobody knows where she doesn't have any public appearance, well, then we'll know that there is some element of truth to this rumor. Like I always say, there's no smoke without fire. So, remember, the links are put down below. So if you want to know the article, the links. What I did was I just typed Prince Haya runaway to Germany. Okay, Prince Haya, wife of Sheikh Mohammed, runaway to Germany. So the first link I got was from EmiratesLeaks.com. Okay, so what this article says is, I'll read out. So maybe you can't search if you're based in Dubai or based in UAE. So this is what the title says. The crisis between the UAE and Germany following Mohammed bin Rashid's wife running to Germany, dated 23rd June 2019. Like I said, I didn't want to immediately jump the gun and say breaking news. I wanted to do a little bit of research. However, I'm not able to find, apart from these 2 or 3 links. So here what it reads, Emirates Leaks has learned of the outbreak of an undeclared crisis in the last few hours between UAE and Germany after the wife of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, Vice President and Prime Minister of UAE, the ruler of Dubai, ran away to German territory, according to reliable sources. Now, when they say reliable sources, they don't say who it is, so it can be a rumor. Okay? The Jordanian Princess Haya bin Al-Hussein fled to Germany with her son Zaid and her daughter with the help of a German diplomat. Now, this is reminiscent of Princess Latifa running away to France with the help of a French spy. Okay, according to sources, Princess Haya immediately requested asylum from the German authorities and a divorce from her husband Mohammed bin Rashid. The sources confirmed both Mohammed bin Rashid and the Abu Dhabi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed asking the German authorities to return the Jordanian princess and her son and daughter to the UAE. But Berlin rejected this request strongly and confirmed to its commitment not to exercise forcible return under any consideration against the Princess of Jordan. Now, the big question that goes to my head as I read this article is, she's a princess of Jordan. Why would she run away to Germany? Why wouldn't she run away, let's say, to Jordan? Why wouldn't she go to her father? Her father is very powerful. He is the king of Jordan. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But personally speaking, if I was related to someone so powerful who was a king, I would go and seek protection there. And I, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you go to a Western country, to a foreign country where you don't have anyone? Why don't you go back to your father? And then again, I don't know. I'm just reading the article. Okay, the German authorities refused to return the Jordanian princess, and that has caused Mohammed bin Rashid to get angry and escalate his anger against the German government. Princess Haya bint Al Hussein, born on 3rd May 1974, daughter of King Hussein bin Talal and his wife Queen Alia, and the sister of King Abdullah bin Al Hussein. Like I said, she's related to royal blood. Why wouldn't she go to them? Okay. The incident brought to mind one of the daughters of Mohammed bin Rashid al-Sheikha Lutfiya, who ran away after complaining that she had been imprisoned for 3 years and subject to cruel and inhuman treatment. Remember that scandal of Princess Latifa running away and putting up a video which was shown on Daily Mail online. Okay, Latifa ran away with the former French spy named Jean-Pierre Hervé Joubert, I hope I got his name right, who has a history of helping people in Dubai escape through his registered yacht in America. Prior to her escape, Latifa reported that she had not been allowed to leave the country since 2000 and was being monitored round the clock. Sheikha Latifa said she had 2 sisters from the same mother and we are not even allowed to keep the passport. She added that if she leaves, she has a certain driver. She cannot go from Dubai to any other emirate without permission. Later, the UAE authorities returned Sheikh Latifa by force, put her under house arrest. The doctors then began to give her sedatives after she being hysterical. Now, there's another rumor that also states that Sheikh Latifa has emotional problems or mental problems, or she is hyper. She might have a borderline personality disorder or some other personality disorder. That is why they're giving her medicines. That's why they're taking care of her. I look at it as, okay, this is an issue and problem between a father and daughter. And if the father really didn't love his daughter, I mean, why would he bring her back? He has so many children. And, I just look at it as a very private family matter. If he really didn't care, he would have said, get lost, go do what you want, I care a damn. Now, with regards to the wife running away, it's, personally speaking, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, there is another website, albawaba.com. Link is, again, once put down below. Now, this guy, Osama Fauzi, okay, he's the writer for this article. He says there's a crazy rumor that the Jordanian princess has escaped Dubai. Okay, once again, it was published 23rd June 2019. There is this nice photograph that shows Princess Haya bin Al Hussein on her wedding to Sheikh Mohammed. Now, this is what the article says. Rumors of a senior Jordanian princess fleeing the UAE have been swirling on Arabic social media for the past few days. Unverified social media users, I do not know who they are. I have not seen them. And given that they are Arabic, obviously there will be a translation, problem. Okay, they have claimed Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's wife, Prince Haya bin Hussein, the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan, has fled the UAE to Germany as a result of family violence she and her daughter faced from her husband. Now, once again, the same question that I'm asking myself and I'm asking you. She is the daughter of the king of Jordan. She's the daughter. So if she's the daughter of the king, why does she have to run away to Germany? So anyway, the gossip has been shared with no apparent facts or background information. Like I told you, yes, there are no facts. I Google checked, couldn't find anything. Princess Haya has often served as a key diplomatic link between UAE and Jordan. The rumors sparked off on Twitter in the last week, with users sharing more alleged details of the stories. Yet nothing has been confirmed. Now, given the fact that most of the stuff that is being shared is Arabic, it's being translated. Like, for example, one of the translations is news that Princess Haya bin Hussein has escaped with the daughter Sheikha Al Jaliba bin Mohammed bin Rashid and her son Sheikh Zayed bin Mohammed bin Rashid to Germany, seeking asylum with the help of a German diplomat. The princess has asked Sheikh Mohammed for a divorce. According to the source, Sheikh Mohammed has demanded Germany to return her back, but Germany has rejected his request. Now, I also Google searched about this writer. His name is Osama Fauzi. He's a Palestinian American journalist who went viral on his YouTube channel to address this story. Now, when I Google searched, I found his Wikipedia page, Osama Fauzi. Now, it seems that his page is going to be deleted because the first line says, "It is proposed that this article to be deleted because of the following concern. Absolutely zero sources on this person other than from the newspaper he runs himself. Reason for deletion 7 and 8. So somebody has complained about Osama Fauzi's page being deleted because it seems that he's not a credible source. So, so that's something for you to think about. Now, Fauzi, it seems, provides screenshots. He uses corroborated events, and he's trying to draw the lines and connect the dots to make sense. In one of the screenshots, he refers to a project funded by Princess Haya being withdrawn in Jordan on May 22nd, without mentioning that funding projects in this region or in the Middle East are cancelled for number of various reasons. So Fauzi, the writer, also has been accused of working as a spy, and he must have been someone powerful or must have done something really crazy, because it seems that someone tried to assassinate him in Texas, and that assassination has failed. So, going back to this article, it seems that several claims have been made. However, there is no solid evidence. So I thought I would share with you this breaking news. Okay, this breaking news that Princess Haya, who is the wife of Sheikh Mohammed, she has run away from Dubai to Germany. Now, how far this is true, how far this is false, it's only speculative in nature. The only way that this rumor can be squashed is if Princess Haya appears in public with Sheikh Mohammed, for an event, and they are with their family, they are with their children. Then this is nothing but a rumor. However, if she doesn't appear, if she remains in hiding, or whatever, she just doesn't appear, then these kind of rumors will keep circulating. In fact, I was pretty surprised to even see a Reddit.com forum, started, posted by someone Arabic name, 3-4 days ago, under the misleading title, unconfirmed rumors. So, well, then again, let's see. So, I don't know how far this is true. Please keep in mind, if you are a viewer of this video, if you're based in UAE, anywhere in UAE, do not comment or put anything about Sheikh Mohammed or Princess Latifa under the video, because you're based in UAE. If, however, you're not based in UAE and you have a foreign SIM and you're safe, then comment, because please keep in mind these are very sensitive, touchy subjects. Okay, I'm speaking for your own safety. I'm based in Thailand. I speak only after reading news and other articles. So I'm just saying this for your own safety. Anyway, let me know what you think with regards to this. Is this true? Is this false? Does it make sense logically what I'm saying? That if she is, if this is a rumor, then obviously the ruler and the wife should appear together in a public platform, and then, people will know that this is false. However, like I said, I speak only of articles and news that is shared to me by the viewers and readers. So let me know what you think with regards to this. Anyway, coming to the next part of the news, this I thought was a news that I really wanted to share with you because I found it very shocking. Really, really shocking, absolutely mind-blowing, because this is in Gulf News, and it says that dated June 26th, that is yesterday, it says that a UAE expat settles 1.7 million dirhams Okay, 1.7 million dirhams. That's a huge amount. Let me just give you an idea. Um, AD to USD. 1.7 million. Okay, so that's 1,770,000, 1.7 million. So you're talking roughly $462,000. That's $500,000. She paid it off by paying less than 1%. So I was like, how the hell did she do this? Okay, so that led me to read the article. So this is a report by Gulf News, which says that this Filipina lady, whose name has been changed to protect her identity, in 2009, when she lost her sales executive job in a real estate company, she, like many other UAE expats, she wanted to stay in UAE. She didn't want to leave the luxurious lifestyle. She didn't want to leave earning in dirhams, which is big. When you convert to Philippines currency, they are pesos. It's big money. So she didn't want to leave. She wanted to continue her luxurious lifestyle and support her family. So she continues staying in UAE. And confident that she would get a new job, she relied on credit cards, which you should never ever do, because like I told you, UAE or the Middle East, the credit cards charge you the highest interest in the world. 66%. That is the interest you will pay annually. That means for every 100 that you borrow, you'll be paying 66 dirhams. So if you take $100, you'll be paying $66. So she relied on her 2 credit cards, not one, to pay her day-to-day expenses. And it seems that she spent 100,000 dirhams. That's roughly $30,000. Okay. So 100,000 dirhams, that's a huge amount. On top of that, she had a 50,000 car loan. Okay. Now, family in Philippines were not aware of what she was doing. They're not aware that she lost her job, but, she wanted to live that lifestyle. Now, she does confess in the article, she did make a few, expensive purchases. She was splurging. I personally look at it as a person with very low self-control. A person wants to show off. A person wants to show, I'm living, happy-go life. She has not mentioned whether she smoked, she drinks, she goes to clubs, which is very typical of a young woman, especially a Filipina, who wants to show off. They have social pressure where they love to show off. So she kept spending money. She was not paying any money. She was just spending money. So at some point, it seems the bank collectors were trying to contact her and she was avoiding their calls. They caught up with her. When they asked her to pay, she couldn't pay. She told them that she lost her job and she was put in jail. It seems that after she was put in jail, she had a mental and emotional breakdown. Then she had to surrender her passport. Now she cannot leave the country. And it was then she realized she was in big trouble. She then inquired how much she had to pay. To her shock. Now, I don't know how far what she's saying is true, what she's saying is false. But when they calculated how much she had to pay, it seems she had to pay 856,000 dirhams on her first card, 852,000 on the second card, which is a total of 1.7 million dirhams. That's $500,000. And she got a shock of her life. When she approached the attorney, there's a Filipino attorney, his name is Barney Al-Mazar. Barney Al-Mazar, a Filipino lawyer who helps Filipinos. They have this, wonderful social circle where they help their own countrymen. So this Filipino lawyer, he checked with the bank. They calculated the total amount. They found it was 1.7 million. And, he, being intelligent, educated that this lawyer was, and because he dealt with many cases like this, even more complicated, he let the bank know that, listen, your interest may be shooting up high. She claims that she has spent 100,000. This I'm just trying to narrate the story from my understanding. So he said, he negotiated with the banks and said she can't pay 1.7 million. The bank said, okay, fine, let her pay 100,000. And he still negotiated. Finally, they said, fine, don't want to pay 100,000 instead of paying installments, give us a lump sum. And the lump sum amount that they finally agreed on was 15,100 dirhams. Okay, 15, that's less than 1% of 1.7 million. So finally, he informed the Filipina lady. The Filipina girl, a fake name that is given in this article is Andrea. Andrea informed her mother and father in the Philippines. Her mother sold some property, sold whatever she had, sent her this money, and immediately she settled it off. So both her credit cards were done. But then she had a car loan. So the car loan she paid off in the last 2 years, saving 40% of her income, and she was able to pay. Now, what shocked me in this article is she has 3 more credit cards. How the fuck what the fuck are you doing, female? You have 5 fucking credit cards? So she paid off 2 of 1.7 million. She paid off a loan, and now she has 3 more fucking credit cards, which I find fucking retarded. Okay. Now, in this article, she want to make it positive. So it seems that, oh, she will pay for it after settling her dues. After settling her dues, only then her police case will be removed. Only then she will get a passport, and only then she will be able to pay another added on overstay fines, and only then she'll be able to go back to her family. I doubt that she will get a green signal. Personally speaking, I think she's going to get a ban and she will never be able to come back to UAE. Okay. Seems another thing that shocked me in this article was she works as a business development manager. She doesn't have a visa, and they wanted to give a positive spin to this whole story. So they said she learned a very important lesson in tackling this problem. Now, in this article, UAE, Gulf News has also given 7 points on how to settle bank loans, which I think is very helpful of them, because a lot of people who take bank loans and run away. I'll be sharing with you later on in this video some of the questions people have asked me who have taken loans and run away or lost their jobs. So anyway, as per Gulf News, the 7 steps on how you can settle the bank loans is, first one is contact the bank or the collections department of the bank and advise them that you'd like to settle. Okay. Second one is, if you have defaulted on several loans within the bank, inform the collections officer that you'd like to settle all your loans consolidated. Third one is, important question to ask your banks is, if they have filed a police case, what are the payment options? And you need to also have the capacity to pay them. If they say, fine, this is the amount. What I would say, which Gulf News has not mentioned, is I would strongly recommend that you get in touch with a lawyer, someone who is recommended by someone who you know, love, and trust, so they can negotiate. Because remember, the key point is negotiate, because the banks would like to take the maximum amount of money. Point number 4 that they say is, once you're settled on an option, request for the settlement letter. This is important, because if the bank does not give you a letter, you do not have any evidence that you've settled the loan. Maybe they can claim that you still have money later on. I know of a case of a lady who moved to Canada, settled off all her loans. She took a one-to-one session with me, and then she found out that she has hundreds of thousands of dirhams, which the bank claims she has not paid, and she doesn't have any proof from the bank that she did pay. So please take the settlement letter. Never give the money to any bank representative or anyone who claims to be representing the bank. Number 5, get a release clearance letter. Once you have compiled this, get it both from the bank and from the law, that is the police. Number 6, check if you have a pending case. Secure a clearance from the bank through a lawyer or from the bank's lawyer. Number 7 is present the clearance to the police station so your records can be cleaned from police and immigration services. So I'll put the link of the article down below. Please read the article. And if you have a loan, I would suggest this is a letter. This is an article that can really help you. And my biggest request to anyone watching this is, if you take any loans from any institution, especially in the Middle East, do not think you can run away. And there are some other people who also think, I took from Dubai, UAE, I ran away from UAE, now I'll go to Qatar, nobody will catch me. Okay, I took from Qatar, I'll run away, go to Oman, nobody will catch me. Or I took it from the Middle East, ran away back to the UK. You will get caught. Trust me when I say this. Banks have a way. They are a business. If someone took money from you, you would want to get it back, or you would be like pissed off. and you think of ways and means of getting back to the person. So the bank is much more powerful. Please don't think you're smarter than the system. Moving next to UAE-based news, this is by ArabianBusiness.com. It seems that remittance, that is the money which people earn and send back home, has fallen 11.7%. Last year, this time, it seems that it was 43.5 billion dirhams. This time, it has fallen to 38.41 billion. The reasons, well, it can be people are losing their jobs. It can be people are saving less. It can be because of unemployment, which is there. So Indians, it seems, top the list of people sending money back home, followed by Indians with 37.4%, Pakistanis 10.2%, Filipinos 7.9%, Egyptians 6%, Bangladeshis 4.6%, US nationals 3.4%, UK citizens 3.3%, Jordanians 2.4%, Chinese 2.1%, Swiss 1.9%. So this is a news with regards to remittance, which is not a very good thing. Pakistan, it seems, under Imran Khan's leadership, is now moving to another strategy whereby they have, it seems that at a press conference, the Pakistani representatives have clearly informed all Pakistani non-residents, non-resident Pakistanis, NRPs, that is, you either disclose all your assets, hidden assets, or the money that you have, or you can be jailed. So it seems that this announcement was given to Pakistanis staying, especially in UAE, Singapore, UK, and Canada. It seems that more than 1 trillion rupees, Pakistani rupees, or that's dirhams, 23.35 billion, that's roughly, I'm talking about, I think nearly 1 billion or less than a billion, nearly $1 billion that are being hidden. It seems in UAE, the more than nearly 1/3, okay, is being hidden in UAE. So, after UAE, it seems Switzerland comes in next with 114 billion rupees. UK 89.7 billion rupees, Singapore 87.3, British Virgin Islands 48.9 billion. It seems most of the foreign assets are being whitened. UAE, Singapore, UK, and Canada. On a bilateral agreement, it seems banks have been asked to share all the information necessary. So they have given an amnesty till June 30th, that is 3 more days. One of the reasons for this is, my gut feeling is Pakistan wants to know what its citizens are trying to hide. You must disclose this so that you can be taxed. And the reason for this is Pakistan, under Imran Khan's leadership, is moving towards wanting to pay off the loans, wanting to rebuild its economy, wanting to stop corruption, both from the government side and from citizens who are trying to play with the rules. So let me know what you think. Do you think this is a smart move? Do you think Imran Khan, Pakistan under Imran Khan, is moving under the right direction? Do you support this, or do you think this is a mistake? Or do you think it'll work? Next one. This article I thought was really, I think it resonates very well with the UAE citizens. It seems that there is a massive mismatch between schools, the prices that they're charging, and what people in UAE can actually, the expats, can afford. In this article by Arabian Business, it seems parents are being priced out, pushed out of the Dubai schools, whereby it comes to a point where they cannot afford to send their children. So what they're doing is, couples, they are choosing to send their children back home, which is much more affordable, and in some cases education is even free, and in many cases the education system is much more advanced, much more developed, much more secure for the children's future. In this article, it seems that Dubai operators and investors have been urged to do their homework before committing to a price. In the recent number of years, number of schools have increased, number of seats in the schools have increased. However, the number of families sending their children to these schools have decreased. Many are relocating back home. where schooling is free, where schooling is more affordable. And, like I told you, if there is let's say a husband, a wife, and two kids, and only the husband is working and the wife and the children are dependent on the husband, it becomes very expensive to stay in Dubai and pay the bills. So the husband says, wife, go back home, back to whichever country, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, even US or UK, and you live there or you work there part-time. You have much more freedom. They have much more freedom being citizens of the country to work part-time jobs or whatever. And the children are either given much better schooling facilities for the same amount, or it's for free. So, it really makes sense. I know a lot of Indian families, a lot of Pakistani families, Sri Lankan families that are actually doing this. So it seems that 16 new schools were opened in 2018. 25,000 new seats were added. However, only 2 schools out of these 16 were branded as affordable. In fact, the average annual price of schools entering the market was 55,000 dirhams, or that's $15,000, an increase by $4,000 from 2017. Here's something for you to think about. During my days, that is the 80s, and till 90s, I was paying, my school was charging in school 150 dirhams. That's close to, I would say, less than $30 for the whole year. So imagine it was just $360 for the whole year, including transport, including the exams, everything. So this was how expensive it was, schooling in my days. Today, it has become 100 times more. I don't know how parents are paying for the educational system, how they are affording to pay the expenses. If they keep increasing money, the expenses like this, people are just going to leave UAE. That's what I personally feel. Now, sticking with the theme of education, all right, I want to share with you this letter that was sent to me by a UAE-based expat. Now, obviously, I always keep people's identity anonymous. Okay, this is what he says. Okay, now it is a very long letter, so that is why I've compressed it a little bit. I've made it shorter and to the point. This is what he says. Hello, Loy, hope you're doing well. I am his name and watched some of your videos. We had spoken over WhatsApp during the month of whatever regarding my job search. Recently, I saw one of your videos where you talked a bit about how companies prefer to hire Europeans and how their salaries are different from other nationalities. So I want to share with you some information. I've been working with an educational products distribution company. We supply educational resources to several schools. British and international schools are very popular here. Most of the staff is European in the schools. It doesn't matter if they are qualified or not, because just because they have a European passport and fair skin color, they get jobs with very good salaries ranging from 12,000 dirhams, that's $4,000 roughly, to 25,000 dirhams, that's 5,000 US dollars. And if by any chance, if they hire Indian or Pakistani person for the same teaching position, the salary range is 5,000 dirhams and 10,000. So an Indian or Pakistani gets 5 to 10,000 dirhams, while same position, European or Westerner gets 12 to 25,000. So the difference between the lowest and highest is 5 times. This kind of corporate racism is very rampant in the Middle East, and it's nothing surprising, which I've told you before. So going back to his letter, he says, the excuse that they give is we prefer Europeans because they have native experience of British national curriculum and international schools. But when we approach them for, which I think has an element of truth, because obviously a British national has experience for British schools, American schools. So there can be I have to give them this logical reason that yes, they understand the schools. However, in terms of capacity to teach, the really good teachers, it doesn't matter what color passport you have, especially if you're white, that doesn't make it right. Okay, then he says, but when we approach them for supplies, these people prefer to have only a European brand So, for example, if this person is from Britain, she wants the same brand that they use in Britain. For example, one of the top ranked schools, ranks which are given by the Ministry of Dubai, and the school is based in Barsha. They asked us to send a quotation for textbooks, stationery items, ball pens, pencils, staple pens, sticky notes. I have tried to convince them to use several other international brands, but which are much more cheaper and available in Dubai, like Faber-Castell, Stedler. But the teacher only wants products which are available back in her country and not in the Middle East. So I checked with the company supplying from Britain, and you can imagine the cost we got. For example, the cost for a ball pen is 1 dirham in UAE, and the same pen, a ball pen, which is bought from UK, is 10 dirhams. So imagine the cost for a box. So instead of getting a 1 dirham pen, they're buying a ball pen, same ball pen. Instead of 1 dirham, they're spending 10 dirhams. So 10 times more for a product that does the same thing. You know, in a day and age where you can, yeah, okay, if you're talking of a smartphone like an iPhone, fine, it's a brand. But you're talking pencils and pens. What difference does it make if you buy a normal pencil? You can share your thoughts and comments. Is it so great that, oh, made in UK is superior, made in China, made in Japan, made in India is pathetic or bad? Agreed, maybe there are levels of quality, but I'm using a lot of products and services, lots of products, sorry, not services, products which are based from China, which I purchased from China. And I can tell you this, forget the iPhone, shoes, clothes, electronic items, lots of them, cables, they come from China, and I'm paying like, I think at least 60 to 80% less. So where is the massive difference? I mean, what quality difference would you find in a pencil? I just don't know. Okay. So Lloyd, just imagine when we are selling them, 100 pieces, 1,000 pieces, what is the cost difference? I don't have any problem because I'm getting the business, but what I'm trying to bring to your attention is this is overspending, which is why many companies over the last few years are not only running away, they are also shutting down because of huge losses. And it's happening to these schools on a very large scale. And on top of that, they charge a premium for such expensive products from their parents. So as per my understanding, if let's say instead where he could have purchased a pen for 1 dirham, they are asking for pens which are costing 10 dirhams. They will put their, let's say, they will put their margin that will sell for 11 dirhams, okay, one pen, and then they'll charge the parents, which may be sold at 15 dirhams. So instead of saving, let's say, 14 dirhams per, let's say, item, small item, they are overcharging. I don't know, how does this contribute? How does this contribute to a business being able to sustain and survive? Instead of having a bootstrap mentality, they are going with this, rich man. And this is what happens when you bring trash, when you bring, garbage from the Western world. Okay, I'm not saying all, I'm saying the useless people, the really useless. I know of a female who claims to be a PhD, a doctor, who was working as a fucking librarian, who was getting paid, I think, $5,000 to $7,000 being a librarian. She just had to keep books in order, and she was getting, just because she's white, white passport holder, librarian in Abu Dhabi, she was getting paid $5,000 to $7,000. An Indian librarian, on the other hand, was getting paid 800 dirhams. So see the difference. And, today she claims to be this amazing consultant who is going to help you in business. And all. The problem is these people worship white skin, white passport. However, I see a trend changing because today, because of social media, because of the internet being made more cheaper and affordable, because of the powers that are shifting, China and India and Pakistan. Now, these economies are getting, Sri Lanka, I'm talking of the Asian economies like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. They have access to the internet. They have access to information. They have new opportunities to grow, to sell business, to make money. So they are realizing, white is not that great. White is not always so right. While, it's not so great to be in the West. In fact, today, if you check the West, so many people are unemployed. So many people are searching for jobs. So many people are like, their credentials are being questioned. Okay. The only saving grace that they have is their currency is a little bit far more higher than Asian currencies. And the second thing is the government support them much more than other countries. That's the only reason they are lucky. That is why you would get, let's say, a plumber, a barber, a sweeper, a cleaner, being able to take holidays and go to Asian countries and enjoy, but a barber, sweeper, electrician, say in Sri Lanka or Africa, they can't afford the same luxuries. But over the period of time, you would see the economies, the global economies, the market shift. You'll see this happen. If not in my lifetime, you'd see it happen after a generation. Just watch. Okay, anyway, going back to the letter, he says, one more example is a school in Ajman, Australian teacher of English. She asked me to send a quotation of items of smiley stickers. She is very insistent that she only wants an Australian brand. I was able to provide her A4 size sheet stickers in retail for 1 dirham. However, she is so insistent that she wants an Australian brand which costs 5 dirhams per sheet. So instead of 1 dirham per sheet, she wants to spend 5 dirhams per sheet. And we have quoted her with our margins on top of that. Now, nobody is asking why are they purchasing such expensive products. People are just quiet. Now, most of these schools even hire females in reception positions who are European. And none of these girls talk politely, especially if you're Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, or Filipino. If you visit any of these calls, try to go explain yourself or your company or your services, or you'd like to meet the manager or principal, librarian or accountant, they talk to you as if you're a beggar, as if you've stolen something, with total disrespect and disregard. Over here, I'd just like to share with you my opinion that, as a salesperson, it feels very bad when a receptionist talks very rudely to you or shuts you off or says, sorry, just give your card, we'll get back to you. But on the other hand, I don't blame them, because I have known friends who work in these companies who are reception. The number of salespeople that come, the number of cold callers that come, the number of people who drop in their CVs, it's so many, and it disturbs you so much. And at times it drives you to the wall. Imagine if you get, let's say, 20, 30, 40 people coming per day. They want to give their business card. They want to meet the purchase manager. They want to meet someone. They want to drop in their CV. At some point, you'll just, be desensitized. You'll not feel anything. You'll be like, just bugger off, So I don't blame them in this. I would say that it is a challenging problem that all receptionists, all companies face, which is why they keep security, which is why they keep, cards, which is why now without an appointment, you cannot come in. Okay. It seems that as per his letter, I raised this issue with one of the principals of the school. He just laughed on me and left, like I shared a joke with him. Another incident which I want to share with you, one of the top ranked schools whose name I cannot give you, we send them our quotation. No, sorry, I think he has made a mistake. Our payment was due. Their credit was only 30 days. Now 6 months have passed. They are still not paying. Let me tell you, this is happening in all the major schools. They are unable to pay on time. So he has, he has outlined all these problems. The last bit that I want to share with you in his whole letter, without reading the whole thing, is in January, I happened to give an interview at one multinational publishing company in Dubai. Okay, they put in their advertisement that they were looking for 3 to 5 years experience in school sales in UAE. Now, I am perfectly fitting this profile. I applied for it. I didn't receive any response, so I thought I was not qualified. Now, he had one of his friends who was working in that company, and he says, through my friend who was working in the company, I came to know later that even though they were searching for 3 to 5 years experience in school sales, okay, with experience, they want someone, they finally gave this job to one white-skinned girl who had just completed her graduation and had come to UAE as a fresher. Now, what he's saying is, why do they do this? Now, I wouldn't have a problem if they hired any fresher. But why do you mention on the advertisement that you need 3 to 5 years experience for an Asian? But if it's a white skin, experience doesn't matter, you employ them straight away. So he has also shared, finally, at the end, he shared with me this link from Gulf News that one of the teachers who died because of cocaine overdose or something in the UK. So this article in Gulf News questions, are they actually screening the kind of teachers who come in to teach children? Personally, what I look at it is, as long as you're white, as long as you have a white passport, you look white, and you have white skin with a white accent, not all, but the majority of schools, they feel, wow, we have got white, and they employ you. If they actually screen people, I would say it becomes very hard, very, very hard for them to get the right people, because it's a massive challenge to, get talent nowadays, especially to come in the Middle East with all the problems and the realities that people are being exposed to. Now, coming to the big expose that I want to share with you. This one is big. This one is really big. Why? Because it is being shared to me by a group of people who are actually working for this company. Okay. I had a call. I spoke to the person, and then I said, send me an email so that I have something in writing. Now, obviously, I cannot reveal the details of this person, but this person is working for Tumbe Group. Okay. If you Google search Tumbe Group on, let's say on Google, and check it on Wikipedia, it says Tumbe Group is a UAE-based diverse international business group headquartered in DIFC that operates in 20 sectors, including education, healthcare, medical research, diagnostic, retail pharmacy, health, communications, retail opticals, wellness, nutrition stores, hospitality, real estate, publishing, technology, media, events, tourism, trading, marketing, distribution. The group is headed by Dr. Tumbe Moideen, the founder and president of Tumbe Group, and is the owner of Gulf Medical University and Tumbe Hospitals and Clinics. I've had friends of mine who have actually gone to Gulf Medical University. Okay, so I am very well aware of Tumbe Group. All right. I also have close friends who are, some of them who are working there. Now, as per Friday magazine, I checked out this article. It was pretty impressive, because in this article, this paragraph says, a chance meeting with a member of the ruling family in Ajman would pave the way for setting up what would be the biggest conglomerates of the region, making Tumbe one of the 50 richest people in the GCC with an estimated wealth of up to 2 billion US dollars. That's 7.3 billion. So this is an outline of Tumbe Group. Okay. A company that has 7.3 billion dirhams, or 2.2 billion US dollars worth. Okay. So now the letter from the employee. This is what he says. Hi, I just wanted to inform you about the healthcare sector, Tumbe Group, one of the biggest healthcare groups in UAE. They are not paying salaries from the last 3 months to their employees, including doctors, housekeeping staff, front desk, nurses. And the most important thing is they give you a limited visa. So in case you're leaving the company will put a ban on you for a year. And they have built a very big hospital in Ajman with 400 beds and university. So they have to put the money to build a hospital and other things. They don't want to pay their employees. Most of the employees are leaving once the visa is over, not renewed. Yeah. If you put email or message them, they'll not reply at all. They have no respect for their employees. I'm sending this email because through you, many people should know the reality of Tumbe. I don't want other people to be in stress after joining this company. If you have time, please go and check the reviews on Glassdoor about this company. Please don't mention my name, as my salary is also being delayed. They just want to remove people without paying them. Thanks and regards, your well-wisher. Okay. Now, as per what he stated, I went to Glassdoor, which gives you reviews of companies. Now, as for Glassdoor, the overall rating for this company is 2.9. Okay. Now, 5 stars, I normally ignore the 5 stars because 5 stars is mainly given by friends or people that you know or relatives, or you can just fake it. However, I check in between the 4, 3, 2, 1, especially the 1, because when someone speaks bitter, means he has experience. Now, these are screenshots of the 1 star or the bad reviews. The date is June 2nd. That means just 25 days ago. It says here, pathetic place will ruin your career and life. It says here, I've been working in Tumbai Group full-time for more than a year. Pros, kind people going through the worst in life because this place along with you. Cons, leadership, that means the drawbacks, leadership, management, planning, everything. Every employee in this organization is in huge debts because of not receiving their salary for 2 to 3 months at a time. Nobody will share this with the ministry or with authorities, either knowing that they have money to claim or no action will be taken against the organization. If you want to ruin your life, please come here. Advice. Contact 10 to 15 people here and talk to them about the experience before deciding to join. May 10th, 2019 says, I worked for Tumbai for 1 full year. Pros, there's nothing I can find a single one to say something good. Cons, 3 months, late salary, no growth, no overtime pay, only work but not given salary on time. Advice to management, a big change must be made. Start with the managing people and HR. Another one, 30th April. So you can see 2019, very lately, a lot of complaints are coming. I've been working in Tumbai Group for more than 3 years. Pros, nothing good about this company. Cons, before it used to be a good company, now financially weak, uncertain future, salary is not paid on time. Nobody knows when salary will come. They'll treat you badly if employees ask for salary. HR is worst. After you join, they'll behave like a mafia gang and always threaten to resign. You have to pay the company. To resign, you have to pay the company 3 months. For compensation, they'll put a 1-year labor ban. After resigning or termination, they'll delay visa cancelling by 3 months. And employees have to pay airport penalty. They'll ask mandatory passport deposit at HR. Salary is delayed, mostly 3 months or more. Difficulty to resign. Once you're trapped there forever. Okay. So there are so many more. There's March 26th where again it says salaries are not paid on time and people are, people are being misused. You have February 2019. It says demotivating, dirty politics, worthless place to work. So January 2019 again. Salary delay, no career growth, old-fashioned style, no job security. So what I'll put the link down below, or you can just Google search Tumbai Group Glassdoor and you can see all these drawbacks, all these negative reviews. So you don't have to believe me. You can check it out by yourself. I mean, it never ends. There are so many of them. So my request to you is, in fact, this one is by 2016. This is the most well-worded, detailed feedback that was given. This is, just let me read it out to you. It's by a supervisor. He's saying, I worked in Tumbai Group. Pros, you'll get an increment every year. This is 2016, but depends on your line manager. So in 2016, things were good. Cons, I'm not saying things are bad about this company, okay, but we don't get salary on time. So even in 2016, they didn't pay salaries on time. We have to work even on a day off without extra pay and extra hours. Managers are saying bosses didn't get out of office, so you can't go for anything. You have to wait for the owner's approval, even for your vacation. I don't know what is the use of hiring a manager or supervisor. You wear a tie and clean the floor. This happens so many times. Your manager will shout at you even in public. There are so many more. I can't finish by writing. Advice to you guys, do not work here. So even in 2016, it was a terrible place to work. So guys, what I want you to do is, don't believe what I say. You don't have to believe. Go to Glassdoor and check the reviews of Tumbai Group. You don't believe me. Speak to people who are working there, who you know, so you can verify whether this is true or false. Like I said, I'm sharing with you screenshots. I'm sharing with you evidence. of what is actually happening in this company and how they're exploiting people. And if you know anybody who's planning to join or you're planning, please share this video with them. I'm not saying it for my popularity. I'm not saying to get more views. I'm saying so that people don't get exploited. This is wrong. If this is what they're doing, they're not paying salaries on time, they're not giving their password, they're treating them like slaves, this company should be named and shamed. Okay? That's what I believe. So if you think I'm wrong, please put down in the comment section below where I'm wrong and prove it to me that these Glassdoor reviews are fake. Okay? However, if you're an employee and you're working for this company, go to Glassdoor, put the truth. I'm not saying support what I'm saying, put the truth. Let people know the truth. That's all I want, my intention is through this video. Okay? Moving on to the next one. This article is by College Times, difference between 10-year visa versus normal visa. Okay? The title of this article was, now non-residents can apply for a 10-year visa. Now, I've been reading articles and updates about this visa thing which has been causing buzz. What I've realized is UAE is actually going in a direction that is really, I don't know, I wouldn't say is a direction which makes sense. I'll tell you why. Now, as per this article, June 25th, 2019, it says, if you're earning a salary of 30,000 and above. Now, 30,000 dirhams, to give you an idea how much is 30,000 dirhams, this is roughly, it's if you're earning a salary of 8,100 dirhams, okay? Say 8,000 dirhams. So if you're, $8,000. So if you're earning a salary of $8,000 or 30,000 dirhams, per month, you're eligible for a long-term visa. And on top of that, if you're a foreign investor, if you're a businessman, if you have exceptional talent and skill, you can apply for the 10-year gold card. Now, if you have to apply for the 10-year gold card, first is you have to make a deposit of not less than 10 million dirhams. Okay, 10 million, to give you an idea, is around 2.7 million US dollars. Okay, so first you have to make a deposit of 2.7 million US dollars in UAE. Okay, you have to give them. Second condition is either establish a company of 10 million dirhams, have a partner. So either you deposit the money through investment or you set up a company and invest this money, or you should be earning, like I said, 30,000 dirhams per month. Now, they want doctors, investments, specialists, students who only get 95% and above. Now, here's my thinking. So what UAE is trying to do is, if you're rich, the message that they're trying to tell people, if you're rich, we'll give you the visa. But in order to get this visa, you put 10 million or put $2 million, $2.7 million, then we'll give you this visa. My thinking is this. What is the point of locking in your cash of $2.7 million for the next 10 years when you can do it every year? In fact, if you go to the free zone, Hamre free zone or Ajman free zone, Ajman, say Ras Al Khaimah free zone or Fujairah free zone, or even Dubai has this creative visa, I think you just have to pay $3,000. $3,000 and you get a visa for a year, or $5,000. Let's put it at $5,000. So for $5,000, you can get an annual visa. So why should you pay? Please make me understand. When you can get a visa for $5,000 by opening a company, registering a company, taking a virtual office or whatever, or a freelancer's visa, just $5,000. Why should you spend $2.7 million? Where is $5,000? Where is $2.7 million? Where is 15,000 dirhams? Where is 10 million dirhams? You give me, where is the common sense in that? And that is the first question. The second question that I want to ask you is, how many people do you know are actually earning 30,000 dirhams? How many people? It's hardly, uh, in order to earn 30,000 dirhams, you need to be at a director level or regional level. And that also for a really big, powerful company. That's the second thing. The third part which I want to share with you is they're saying students about 95%. In a classroom of, let's say, 100 children, how many get about 95%? I would say 5% of those kids, 5%. So 5 children, you're ready to give them visa. What about the 95 children out of 100? So they will all be sent back. You're going to make life miserable for them. And here's the biggest thing of them, the biggest one. Okay, the part which really is a comedy. It seems that after you put in 10 million and you have your business, you'll be given the visa. However, if your business closes down or your business goes in a loss or you lose your money, then they will review whether you should get a visa or not. So then why should someone put 10 million? So that means if you put 10 million and you either lost it, either the market went down or you lost your investment or someone cheated you or you're not in a position to maintain 10 million, then they'll review whether you should get the balance. So it's like more like, give me your money for 10 years. However, now that you're not doing well, fuck off. We have taken your money. You can fuck off. What kind of fuck-all visa is this? What kind of fuck-all offer is this? Seriously, this doesn't even fucking make sense. It's like me telling you, I'm your well-wisher, give me 10 million, and when you're doing well, when you're rich, when days are good, you can stay in my house. But the day you go through any financial problem, or the day you are not so successful or rich, you can fuck off. Welcome to my house. I'm your best friend. What the fuck are you doing, man? I mean, if this is the relationship, it's more like going to a prostitute telling her, a prostitute telling you, I will love you only when you give me money, but don't have money, fuck off. So it's like a relationship based on, if you have money, I like you, don't have money, I don't have any loyalty to you. So then why should someone invest in Dubai? Isn't it much better to go to Canada, Netherlands, Germany, any country? You can even go to a third world country, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Sri Lanka. If you show them $500,000, I mean, you can stay like a fucking king over there. Okay. In fact, this is the part I challenge you to answer. Whoever, if you can get a annual visa for $5,000, why the fuck should you pay 2.7 million? Why? Renew every year, and when you don't want, you can say bye-bye. It's like paying rent. Why to pay rent for 10 years when you can pay every month, and when you don't want, you can discontinue. So this makes a lot more sense, because remember this, being an expat, you cannot own anything. And why you cannot own anything is, as long as you don't have a fucking visa to stay in the country, you can't do anything. And biggest thing of all, you're not a fucking citizen of the country, laws don't support you, then why the fuck should you stay? So you answer this question, you guys answer this question, let me know. In fact, the biggest question that I want, how many doctors, investors, specialists, people with incredible talent or students of 95% do you fucking know? Okay, Yusuf Ali, Lulu Group, billionaire, $4 billion, fine. All these CEO got gold visa and this MD got gold visa, or this investor, this billionaire got. It's like Gulf News and Khalistan don't even fucking make sense anymore. It's like telling this rich man purchased a Rolls Royce. Yeah, he's fucking rich. He can buy a fucking Rolls Royce. So why are you advertising it? Oh, he got a Rolls Royce. This gold visa doesn't make any sense. You're giving it to rich people. Rich people can fucking afford. It's like, putting it in the news. Oh, he was able to afford a rich car. Yeah, because he has fucking money. Why are you putting something obvious? If you were giving it to middle class people, if you are giving it to people who work and build the nation, I'll have a lot of respect for you. I'll be like, wow, the country is finally improving. You're just looking at people with money. That's your relationship. Then like a whore, a prostitute and a customer. And rich customers, you're saying customer of the year. Wow. And people who can afford, who are bringing their hard-earned money, who are really working hard to build a nation, or you don't give a fuck to them. This is so fuck all, yeah. And stating the obvious. It's like a rich man buying what he can afford. Where is the sense in that? Where is the glory in that? What is the merit in that? You're sharing news that a man who can afford a fucking visa, whom you fucking need, you're giving a free visa and you're putting in the newspaper. Oh, this, Azad Moopan, Yusuf Ali, B.R. Shetty got 10-year visa. They can fucking afford, man. They can fucking afford. Fucking doesn't make sense. It's going to the dogs. Okay, next news. This one is finally UAE is using their fucking common sense. And it's starting with Ajman police. Nothing but I have to salute you for your common sense. It seems, for those of you who do not know, in Sharjah, especially in Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Quwain, these guys, these Arabs, Muslims, when it's their Friday prayers, which is the most important prayer, especially in the afternoon, these buggers, what they do is, they park their cars in the middle of the fucking road. I'm not exaggerating. Anyone who has been in Sharjah and let's say Fujairah or Ajman, near a mosque, if a mosque is near the road, it's normally near the road. Like we had this mosque which was near the Corniche. The mosque is big. It can house maybe 200 or 500 people. This road is, just for two cars, okay? It's like a 2-lane road. During the Friday prayers, the parking which is there will be full. But the fucking joke is, these buggers will park in the middle of the fucking road. Like they'll block and make this 2-lane road. So if this is a 2-lane road, they will park this edge, and only the middle edge you can go through that. And in some cases, I'm not even exaggerating, in some cases, these fucking morons, they pray in the middle of the fucking road, which is okay, pray wherever the fuck you want, but they'll block everyone. They'll fucking block everyone so that you cannot move. In fact, there is this place which is Andalus building, I think, in Sharjah. When I was in sales, I once went there during the afternoon on a Friday. I went into the office. Afterwards, the guy said, I have to, now it's a prayer time, whatever. Okay, fine. When I got out of the fucking office, these morons are all outside the office on the corridor, and they are all praying there. And you can't go in, you can't go fucking out. You can't go to the elevator, you just can't fucking move. So you have to stand and wait until these guys, total disrespect and disregard for any other person. In fact, you can't even reverse your car if you're parked and they are praying there. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. If you have parked your car somewhere and a guy puts his, prayer mat and he prays behind your car, and you can't reverse, there's nothing you can do about it. If you honk or if you do something, maybe he'll break your car or he'll say, you are insulting Islam. These are the kind of paranoid. So this news finally shows common sense, because it seems that if you fucking park your car in the middle of the fucking road or block anyone, you'll be asked to pay 1,000 dirhams and 6 black points. Good. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Finally. I have nothing against religion. I have nothing against people praying, but pray with common sense. Pray with fucking respect to other people. In fact, one of the videos, it was in Australia. This guy, Muslim guy with a beard, is praying in the middle of the fucking highway. I'm not exaggerating. It was a video that was shown on Facebook. I wish I had it. He puts his praying mat in the middle of the fucking highway. On the fucking middle. Sorry, on, not in. On the middle of the fucking highway. Cars are moving. He's put his carpet and he's praying on the, cars are moving. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What? It is dedication to a sky being. It's like, imagine if I do it for Lord Ganesha or Zeus or Amun-Ra in the middle of the road. Okay? All cars are moving and I kneel down. Name of the Father, Son, Jesus and pray. You would say, what the fuck is wrong with you? The same thing. Respect the fucking laws of the land. You want to pray to any god? Fine. Go ahead and pray. Don't fucking block the bloody traffic. And thank you very much, Ajhan Police. Please issue them fines. Issue all these monkeys bloody fines because they don't have any fucking respect. Okay, next one. This one is the questions that I received this month from clients. I've taken their permission to share these examples. I thought that this would be useful for some of you because sometimes I get these repeat questions. Okay. These clients, these are the questions that they asked me. One of them is a person with special needs. Now he has, a cerebral palsy. He's unable to move and all that. So he's in his country. He has a stable job. He said, what is the scope for me in UAE or the Middle East? I told him, nobody wants to employ a person with special needs. It's very, very hard. As it is, they discriminate people based on skin color and passport. And now you're talking of a person who has cerebral palsy who's unable to function as a normal person. It'll be very, very hard. If you do want to try your luck, I advised him, make sure that you have a certain amount of money as savings. Go there for, let's say, a month, 2 months, apply for jobs and see what is the response, and then you'll come to know. The second one question that I got one of the clients who asked is, he had a good job, he took a loan. When he lost his job, he ran away from UAE. He didn't pay back because he couldn't pay, and now he's thinking of going back because he has got a good job offer. He asked me, is it safe for me to go back? I told him if he goes back to Dubai, given the fact that he's absconding, not paid, it is a criminal offense, or at least he'll have a court case or police case if the bank has filed, a complaint against him, and they'll ask him to pay immediately. So it's not going to be once he comes back there, he informs the bank and says, hey, I've come back, now I'll pay you slowly, don't put any case on me. No, it doesn't work that way. Every action is a bias to pay. For them, you are absconding. So what I suggested to him is write to the bank, see what they say, start making payments first from India, slowly, and then think of going there. Number 3 is a person who has posted a couple of rude comments on social media. He's saying, he asked me whether he can be in danger. My simple answer is anything that you post on social media has a digital footprint and evidence to show from where it has been posted. So unless you can delete everything and keep it as a blank slate, only then you're safe. And if you're so scared, just remove your social media accounts completely. Just don't use it. So when nobody knows where you are, whether you're not on Instagram, you're not on Facebook, you're nowhere, then they have nothing to worry about. However, once you put something on social media, most probably if someone has a screenshot, they'll come and bite you in the ass. Number 4 is a person said that he's not sure, but he has a gut feeling that he might have a court case. A company might have put on him. I said that if you might have a court case, it's better you employ the services of a lawyer or someone who has access to the legal framework in UAE. Pay them some amount of money so they can check, because if you have a court case and you land in Dubai or you're going through transit, you will be jailed. And this has happened to quite a number of people who I know through somebody else. Okay, number 5 is a lot of people are sending me this like, Loy, I want your services, but I don't have money. When you don't have money for my services and you want to go to Dubai, you don't have money to pay me for my simple services, then why the fuck are you going to Dubai? Because if you go to Dubai with no money and you don't get a fucking job, what are you fucking going to do, man? Where are you going to go? How are you going to fucking survive? How are you going to sustain? Please do not go to UAE or Middle East or Dubai without having fucking money. You must have money at least for 6 months, which can help you sustain and survive. Then go to Dubai to search for it. Don't go like in a desperate position without any money and then you become even more desperate. Because remember this, after you go to Dubai, you're not going to get a job just immediately. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. Number 6, this one I get very common, especially from guys who ask me a question through my website is, Law, I'm a specialist. Law, I'm an SEO expert, digital marketer, creative thinker, engineer, salesman, this, that, whatever. Whatever the fuck you are, if you go to Dubai, you're not going to rock the boat. You're not going to change the world. You're not going to have people knocking at your doorstep. So people try to act smart and say, Loy, I am, I built a brand, I built a legacy. Nobody gives a fuck. In the Middle East, you're just another employee. So going there, don't think you're going to get a job easy. Question number 7 is registering on recruitment websites any use? If your job is, or if your designation or work profile is engineer, doctor, salesman, all the normal stuff, then it's a waste of time, because there are thousands and thousands of people who come in these ordinary categories. However, if you're something very specialized, like you're a nuclear scientist, or you are a spyware hacker who knows artificial intelligence to the nth degree, which is very unique in terms of its job profile, then yes, registering online makes you stand out. Otherwise, if you're just an engineer or a procurement officer or a salesman or a QA/QC guy or whatever, these ordinary categories, it's a waste. Number 8 is the question which irritates me the most. Why? What can I change on my resume? They'll send me their resume and I tell them their resume is crap. If it is crap, then say, Lord, what can I change? It's like you coming to, it's like you going to a doctor, having an accident, and you're completely bruised and broken and all that. And then the doctor says, okay, I'll work on you, all the fracture, all the bleeding, everything else, but it's going to cost you money. And when you come to know how much money, okay, can you tell me what should I fix? So I'll do it by myself, this massive accident. I mean, what do you want the doctor to say? Okay, you've broken your bones, you are bleeding inside. Okay, just put a bandage here. That'll work. Does that work that way? I mean, you have a whole fucking resume and you're asking, what is one thing I should fucking change? So, the answer which I give them is change the fucking content. Then what exactly? What exactly, if you want every question that you are going to take my fucking service, my expertise, pay me the fucking money, then I'll tell you what to fucking change. You want to do it by yourself? Check fucking Google, man. It's free. But if you want to come to me, you want one-to-one consultation, pay fucking money. What is the one thing I can change? Yeah, change the color from white, make it blue with neon yellow. Maybe it'll stand out. Number 9 is this particular gentleman said this company gave him a great salary, successful interview, but then the company told him, you pay the money for the ticket, you pay the money for the additional expenses, then we'll reimburse you. For me, such a company is dodgy. I wouldn't trust a company that tells me, pay for the ticket, pay for everything. I mean, then you don't need me. It's like, better I might as well come there by myself and check for a job. Because, when a company asks you to pay the money and then come, that means they're trying to play it safe. They should be the ones to pay for the ticket if they have taken your interview. If on the other hand, you want to play on the safer side, I would say come down to UAE, check out the company by yourself, know for yourself, but also keep in mind that if things don't work out, well, you have lost your money. And please, it's not legal, it's not permitted, it's not allowed, and it shouldn't be done where you pay for your own visa. That company is unethical in nature. It's better not to work for such a company. Last, if not the least, gentleman asked me, Eloy, how do I know if I have a travel ban or not? I found this really funny because the guy is based in UAE and he's asked me, how do I know if I have a travel ban? I was like, oh man, come on. You're in UAE and you do not know UAE. It's very simple. Dubai police has this new initiative where they have an app or they have a website where you can actually check if you have a travel ban or not. All you got to do is, just check that through the website. Just log on to Dubai Police's smart application. Choose the service that you want. Just type Dubai Police smart application. Okay. Choose the service. Under there, you will be asked to put your Emirates ID, private details, your phone number, and then they'll give you an authorization code. After that, once you send the authorization code back to them, they'll know it's you and not someone else spying on you. And then you'll come to know if you have a travel ban. And remember, travel ban can occur if you have bounce checks, even if you have rent, you have not paid your house rent, or you have payment issues, or somebody has complained against you. It can be you have done something on social media, or someone is angry with you, or you are fined. You can get a travel ban. So details of the travel ban will be shared with you once you go through this. So I hope these answer a few questions. I also got this question which was asked me by another guy. When should I go to the UAE? Okay. When should I go to the UAE? I was like, what do you mean by when should I go to the UAE? So I thought about it, and I came up with 9 reasons. Okay, 9 conditions when you should go to UAE for employment. Okay. Number 1, you should go to UAE or the Middle East for a job. Number 1 is when you have money. Don't go when you don't have money. If you go when you don't have money, you'll be desperate. Okay. Number 1. Number 2 is when you get a salary, not which is equal to what you're getting, but rather much more greater. Because remember, UAE, the expenses, the cost of living is much more higher. So you should take a salary which is much more higher. And also keep in mind, once you leave this particular job and you go there, you are sacrificing the foundation, the base that you've built. So it should have the compensatory benefits, okay, the clause of saying goodbye to a relationship, a foundation that you built. Number 3, you should go to UAE for a job only when you have someone who you know there who is at a decision-making seat, okay? Don't go there if you don't know anyone, like they say, wasta, or a contact. Number 4 is, if you don't have a contact, a big contact in the company, go to UAE for a job only if you have relatives and friends who are willing to support you. Remember, not verbally, but financially. They'll allow you to stay in the house. They'll allow you to eat food. They'll allow you to cut down your expense. They're ready to keep a welcome carpet for at least 3 months. Okay. Number 5 is, you should go to UAE when you feel, for a job, when UAE is not your final destination. Let's say Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, Europe, some other country is your bouncing platform. So UAE is like a springboard to go to another country, because it's much more easier to go through the UAE. Okay. Number 6 is, when you have global experience, going to UAE is much more better than having just only local experience. Number 7, now nobody talks about this, but this is very important. You have the 3 C's. You have the courage to say no or yes. You have the confidence to sell and market yourself and believe in yourself. And finally, you have the charisma, where you go somewhere, people look at you and remember. So courage, confidence, and charisma. Point number 8 is, when you are a born opportunist, you are ready to sell. Like they say, you're ready to sell even your own mother just to make money. Then UAE is for you. And number 9, last but not least, is go to UAE if you have nothing to lose. Let's say you get a job or don't get a job, you have nothing to lose. It's still an experience. I would say go during, take a holiday from your workplace. During the 1-2 months, go there to UAE. Then you know, it's much better, because if nothing happens, then you can come back. And this is a bonus bit that I'll tell you. Please, please, please take professional services. Don't try something new without taking professional. Like when I came down to Thailand, I approached a very powerful lawyer, a very powerful, well-connected businessman. I took 2-3, before I made the wrong decision by taking the wrong lawyer, the wrong businessman. Finally, I got the right people. That really saves you a hell lot of money. From my own experience, I ended up spending 200,000 dirhams with the mistakes that I made coming to Thailand without, getting the right contacts and connections, even after all the research and everything that I did. When I look back, had I the right person, I think I would have spent only 50,000. So where is 200,000? Where is 50,000? So, this is what you learn. Now, a couple of myths about UAE. One person asked me, Roy, what are some of the common myths that they have about UAE? Myths or misconceptions. So I've answered this previously through a video, but this is an updated list. Some of the common misconceptions or myths that they have about UAE, life in UAE. Number 1 is, UAE is what they show on Instagram or what they show on YouTube or what they show in these articles, sponsored articles. UAE is not like more vlogs shows you Bugattis and Lamborghinis and Rolls Royce. This is just 1% of UAE. It's not the whole of UAE. UAE is not what you see on social media. That's point number one. There is the majority, 80 to 90%, is very down to earth, and there are people who are really struggling. Okay, so that's one. Number two is the second myth that people have is, I'll live in Dubai for 5 years and then move on. I'll come to Dubai only for 2 years and move on. Never works that way. Nobody who I've met has perfect plans. It's like, I'll go to Dubai, work for 5 years and come back. Work for 5 years. Do you know how much you're going to save? Do you know exactly where you're going to spend? Do you know exactly where you're going to get cheated? Do you know exactly where you're going to make mistakes? No. All those people who tell me, I just thought of, I'll think of going to UAE for 1 year or 2 years. I met people who stayed in UAE for 40 years. When I asked them, like, when you came here, what was your plan? They all tell me, all of them tell me, well, when I came to UAE, I thought I was just going to stay for 2-3 years, but ended up staying for 40 years. Never think that you can plan out your entire life over there, like 5 years or 2 years or whatever. Number three, I'm going to go there. I will learn Arabic. I'll master the culture. I'll network with Arab locals, and I'll climb my way to the top. All the best with that. It's not going to work. Point number four. This one is so fucking common. Lloyd, I'm going to go to Dubai and start a business. I have money. I'm going to start it. You're not even been to fucking Dubai. You don't know what the fuck is Dubai, and you want to go and start a business there? Are you fucking crazy? And it's not as crazy as the ones who are working there and as an employee, they just start up a business. These are people who not been to UAE. I'll start a business in UAE. What business is good? Are you fucking stupid? Okay, number five, the misconception or myth is assuming that you're smarter than the system. People send me emails sometimes, or they even call me up. I entertain only people who are my clients. So after they pay money, they tell me, Loy, I wanted to ask you a good idea. What is the idea? If I take this money from the bank, and let's say I escape from UAE, do you think they can catch me? You're not fucking smarter than the system, and you're not the first one who has thought of this genius fucking plan. So don't think you're smarter than the fucking system. Okay? Point number six, Loy, I believe in myself. I have faith. I will work hard. They have this incredible faith. You reading some fucking book, The Secret, and believing stuff. You can believe your Jeff Bezos or your Richard Branson or Elon Musk. Or you think, I'll work so hard, Loy. Hard work doesn't mean you're going to fucking succeed. You want to see hard work? Check the laborers who are working hard in the fucking sun for 12 to 14 hours to even 16 hours a day. They're not rich. Point number seven is people falling for these designations and, oh, Loy, I've been offered a position as regional manager, oh, general manager, or manager. Or, Loy, they promised me a salary. After 6 months, they'll double my salary. Oh, this is a fucking bullshit. Designations mean nothing. Future promises means it's like me telling you, give me the money now. I'll give you one gift after 5 years. It's all fucking shit. Number 8 is people with impressive designations of business cards. Please don't fall for it. People tell me, Loy, this guy sent me an email, or this guy gave me the business card. He's a manager on that. Like I told you, designations, all bullshit. Okay. Number 9 is actually believing and assuming that your relatives and friends in Dubai are going to be there for you, take care of you, and be there in the bad days. During your bad days, nobody gives a fuck about you. When you don't have money, nobody cares a fuck about you. Okay? Oh, number 10. Loy, I have faith in God. I pray to God. Pray to God, faith in God. Go to a hospital where people are dying of cancer. Go to places where there are floods and famines. Go to Africa and see how many children are dying. They are praying to God. What is happening to them? Nobody gives a fuck. This God delusion, grow the fuck up. You actually want to believe in God? If you really want to, I challenge you, go to Syria, see the devastation, see the malnutrition, see the children who are dying, and tell them, believe in God, God will take care of you. They will You see what is the response. Okay. Number 11 is, this is typical Indian mentality, but you can prove me wrong. They want the cheapest test for the bestest test. Okay. This is very rampant in UAE, especially the Middle East. They'll want the best products for discount. Like, give me more discount. Give me more discount. Like. And after you give them discount, one more discount. Like. And if you tell them it's for free, okay, Lloyd, now can you pay me instead of giving me for free? So always keep in mind, cheapest test and best test is a typical fallacy that happens in UAE. So don't think you're going to get the best value for money in Dubai or UAE. Number 12 is people who believe that a sale, special offer, is actually worth your money. Unless a shop is closing down or they are giving a clearance, actual clearance. You don't believe the PR card in sale. Most of the sales are bullshit. Number 13 is people who fall for, Virgin and all these, especially these motor companies give you 0% interest on, you can buy on credit. There's no such thing as 0% credit card charges. You'll end up paying through your nose, through your life. Okay, a credit card will destroy you. Point number 14 is thinking that the judicial system will give you a fair hearing. You go to the court, expect a fair hearing. The courts are designed where you lose money, lawyers will make money, and if you are fighting a case against a local that is Emirati, that is a citizen of the country, just consider all your money and everything else gone. Point number 15, the myth that people believe is a written contract is worth its money in UAE. In UAE, the laws change. Anything in writing can change. And if someone with power and influence, you can't do anything against them. There are rare cases, but remember, something that is an exception to the rule doesn't become the rule. Point number 16, myth is UAE is monitoring my activity, so I will take a different SIM card, I will take a different email, I will use VPN. My dear, if a country or if the FBI, CIA, Interpol wanted to spy on you, which they can and they will, and it's very easy, and they wanted to destroy your life, they'll do it anyhow. It's so easy. You think you have access to a VPN or some fucking internet, or don't think that the technology of a country, okay, is not as superior or better than what you are. You are one person talking of a fucking country that has $1 billion, which if they wanted to spy on you, they can do it easily no matter what the fuck you do. Okay, so UAE is monitoring your activity. It's just that you're not so important or so great that an email forward or your comment on WhatsApp is worthy of their time. Unless, of course, someone complains. If someone complains, then you're fucked. Point number 17, myth or mistake that people believe is everyone will get terminated except you. So everyone will lose their jobs except you because you're always lucky. God is on your side, or you have worked so hard. So people always believe that everyone else will lose their job except them. Well, guess what? When it does happen, then you're fucked. Last, if not the least, the biggest myth or assumption that people have in UAE is, oh, after I lose my job, I'll go back home and start a business, or I'll get a job there. All the best. In fact, this is my challenge. Start applying for jobs now when you have a job, or open a business when you have, and you'll realize how impossibly hard it is. In fact, I would not recommend you to start a business because you'll end up losing all your money. But keep in mind, once you're a non-resident of your country and you go to a new country, it's like you are in a relationship with a woman or a man, you left them and went to someone else. Don't think they'll welcome you back with open arms. It never happens, because competition grows, the markets change, people change, times change. And given the limitations that you have as a human being, it's very rare you can do anything. Anyway, moving on next. These are a couple of things that readers have shared with me, which I thought I'd share with you. So this reader says, Aloysius Francis, YouTube suggested this video. I clicked. And for a moment, I thought I spotted an alien. Thank you very much, Mr. Aloysius. Anyway, next one. Sanjeev Negi. Hi Loy, all is perfect, all is perfectly speaking, but please reduce some of the F star star K word. Sometimes I watch your videos with the kids and wife, so please don't mind. My son starts using that word. Oh, Sanjeev, it's as if your wife doesn't know the word fuck. It's as if your kids would never hear the word fuck from someone else. And why the fuck are you watching my videos with your kids, man? Anyway, next one. Eric Lovely says, this guy is a wannabe. I have VIP clients. The CIA is trying to get me, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Eric Lovely. Next one. Dashir Cool. Shut up, Chutia. Dashir Cool, you look like a Chutia, man. Anyway. Next one. Yamaha 3. Good God, is this freak still on? Get some help, you fucking moron. No, thank you. Sai Krishnan says, asshole. Why, why you didn't tell UAE bank interest rates on credit card and personal loans? Banks are begging to take loans. The same banks are harassing also. Fuck. Okay. Sai Krishnan once again says, don't use word fucking. Behave yourself in public forum. Fuck off, you videos asshole. So Sai Krishnan, who has a photograph with him and his family, is telling me not to use the word fucking, but he used the word fuck off your videos. Okay. Ryan Gogi says, fuck you ourself the number of times you say in your fucking video. Even he says. Rajesh Jaisal says, Sail teri shakal bose di jaisa tera dimag लवडी जैसा है तुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा. My uneducated hero Rajesh Jaisal. Okay. Ali Butt. Ali's butt says, anyway, his face looks like my butt. You shame motherfuck. Okay. Pratik Smith says, you aren't Indian, don't lie. Okay. What do I do? What do you do? Okay. Next one. Usha Inderjeet. Let's see what her father mother has taught her. Usha Inderjeet. Ye chutiya isani SRK writes his own speech. So I had put up a video about Shah Rukh Khan. So Usha, who loves to suck Shah Rukh Khan's balls, she said, Ye chutiya isani SRK writes his speech by his own. Okay, fine. Next one is Sarawaswan Singha. Dude. Okay. There's a dude coming. Dude, you're a school dropout and you look like a convent and you're judging Shah Rukh Khan, who has more accolades than all the books you have collected behind you. Shah Rukh Khan is God. Shah Rukh Khan, God. You know, whichever movie comes. This is a fan of his. And you call some Indian actor. He's Indian. So Indian actor. Dude, you have been living under a rock. He's the boggest movie star in the world. Yeah, he's the boggest. Sure, must be. Next one, Arabic says, shut up, you Indian fuck. Okay. Alexandra Madsen says, that's not true. UAE is the fastest growing countries in the world and a lot of chance for business. I wish you all the best, Alexandra. Fofi 900 says, did you escape from Mexico? Looks like a lucha mucha wrestler. Okay. Then I got this female with this number which I've censored. She says, hello. I say, yes, please. Please, I want to be rich. I'll do anything. I'm so broke. I saw your number online. So I checked her profile. Turned out to be a girl. Don't know if it's fake or whatever. So I said, are you 100% ready to do anything? She said, yes. So I told her, get down on your knees, surrender to Lord Jesus, pray to him with your heart and soul, and he'll reward you beyond your wildest dreams because he's the Lord God of the universe. So pray to Lord Jesus. I assure you, if you do this, your dreams will come true. She wanted to do anything. So I told her, pray to Lord Jesus. Okay. Next one, I thought I'd share with you the photograph of the person who, helped me during my time of need. Some people didn't believe that I was literally on the road. And there was this South Indian Malayali guy who is from Ultima Cafeteria, which is based in Sharjah, who gave me food to eat and who, didn't take any money from me. So this is a photograph of him. I took it in December 1st, 2014, when my days were good. So you can see here what I've written. In 2012, when I landed on the streets of Sharjah with no money, no friends, nothing. Not even my own mother and stepfather or my stepbrother who had money helped me. This owner of Ultima Cafeteria gave me food and water without taking money. Never forget him, because being no one to me, he gave me food, love and respect. These are moments you will never forget. So this is a photograph of him. Next one, I thought I'd share this photograph with you. My baby is crying, but a man who's even more tattooed than me, we took this photograph in a restaurant, which I thought was nice to share. Then someone took a photograph of somewhere in Knife Road in Dubai. This guy's new business is called Fast VPN. So I wonder, how can he name a VPN, virtual private network? Are you allowed to have that? Anyway, next one is a nice little cartoon which was shared. Dubai is at the background, but here you have an Arab local who says 26 wives, 58 kids to support. Please give generously. I thought that was funny. And I don't know how far this one is true, but this guy has actually put his photograph. It looks like a Arab guy. I don't know how far. He says on Twitter, he says, bring your nephew over, I want to rape him too. Which I don't know how far it's a sensible thing to put online. And then he says, if you could change 3 things about a country, what would you change? Itisalat, Indians, and Chamak. So it seems he's from Emirates, UAE. Okay. Someone shared with me this video from TikTok. This is an Indian guy who is spending 32 million for a number plate 5. So, well, some people have a lot of money. I don't know how far it's hard-earned money to spend 32 million for a number plate, but give me your views. What do you think? I don't know how far this is a true or false profile, but this I found is pretty funny. I'm on my periods, but you can, and this is a Facebook profile that says Ramit Isma Asol. So ram it in my asshole. But obviously this is a fake, but I found it funny. And another one was shake, and his name is Shake Your Booty. So guys, these were some of the stuff that I thought worthwhile sharing with you. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. As usual, remember, I never delete your comments, always read them, but if you spam, yes, I'm going to block you. So if you want to send me anything through WhatsApp, send it to me. It'll be confidential, or through email. So Loy from LoyMisteria.com, who's Loy Misteria and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you all these things. Love to hear your views and thoughts. This is me signing off for now. Take care.